disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use as a use permitted it by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I am Afro. Please hit the like button as you enter the room. Today we're going to have a little history on London. I do want to visit London one day. I am going to visit London one day. But I'm curious to see, what history, what do London got to bring, the history of it. Because I really never dug into the history of London, so I'm going to find out today. Right along with y'all. All right? So let's get into the video, y'all.
London is one of the most important cities of the modern world. While being one of the most desired tourist destinations, London also has a great political and economic influence worldwide. And for several centuries, the capital city of the British Empire was the center of the world with no competition. It's hard to imagine that around 2,000 years ago, this iconic city was just a remote outpost town for another great world superpower of its time, the Roman Empire. Romans founded the city about 50 AD and called it Londinium. They decided that it was a great place to build a port. By the end of the 2nd century, Roman London had a population of 45,000 and a 20-foot high wall around it, and like most of the other Roman cities, had a forum, public baths, and an amphitheater similar to Roman Colosseum that could hold 8,000 people and was hosting gladiator fights. Although modern London is significantly bigger these days, Roman London still remains at the heart of it, but is more known as the Square Mile, or the City of London, or just the City, the well-known financial center of the United Kingdom. Although being a part of London, City is officially a separate county and has a dedicated mayor and local authorities. But back to Romans. When the empire was declining, Rome refused to send new soldiers to London, and by 407 AD, the city was completely abandoned. For the next 600 or so years, the area was torn between the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, and the Vikings. These were the centuries of constant invasions and clashes of cultures. In the 1040s, King Edward the Confessor moved his court to West.
I don't know, y'all, but I love the Roman times. I just do, and the emperors and the Vikings, and I don't know, it's just something about it I just like. But back then, all they did was fight, though. Did they ever sleep? Did they ever eat? Like, all they literally live every day to fight. That's something. That's something. But that wall, that's a tall wall. A 20-foot wall, that's a tall wall. Wow. All right, y'all, let's get back into the video.
Westminster Abbey, and so London became a royal city. Soon, another group of invaders, Normans, conquered Westminster Abbey and crowned their King William there. William built a castle and a fortress for himself, from which he controlled his newly conquered territories. His home is now known as the Tower of London. Medieval London was growing bigger and was a lively place. It had a horse market where horse races and public executions took place.
I mean, the King's Castle is beautiful. It really is. But execution, executions. I mean, I know they fight and stuff, but to actually be lining people up to do execution style. To tell you the truth, I couldn't live back in those days. I'm glad I wasn't born back in those days, you know. I mean, even though I think today is crazy, but back then, like execution style and stuff, yeah, that's not for me. But London is a beautiful, beautiful place, though. It really is. And I can't wait to go one day. But until then, I guess I'm just going to be doing this, watching videos, in the history of it. Okay, everybody, let's get back to the video.
Attracting large crowds. Londoners enjoyed archery tournaments, wrestling, and ice skating in winters, but it also could be a brutal place to live. For example, the city had suffered from numerous plague outbreaks, the biggest one known as the Black Death, which killed almost a third of the city population. But
Okay, question right quick. Is the Black Death the same as the Black Plague? Because I know about the Black Plague. I've heard of that name, but I never heard of the Black Death. Is it the same? Can somebody tell me if it's the same? Leave a comment to let me know if it's the same or not, because I'm kind of curious about that. Anyway, let's get to the video.
the biggest disaster to hit London of that time was the Great Fire of 1666. Most of the buildings of the city were made of wood, and when a small fire started in a baker's house, the wind spread the fire rapidly across the town. More than 1,300 houses were destroyed before sailors managed to stop the fire. To prevent such a disaster from happening again, the king commanded that all new houses in London should be built of brick and stone. Despite the disasters, London was growing bigger and wealthier, particularly when the British Empire was becoming more powerful in the world. Colonization and maritime-driven trade provided the empire with unprecedented wealth, turning London into the world's busiest port city and a banking capital by the 18th century. The pinnacle of London's accelerated development was during Queen Victoria's reign, when the population of the city grew from 1 million to 6 million in just one century. This was a result of dynamic industrialization, railway construction, as well as the opening of the first ever underground metro in 1863. In the 20th century, the city was much shaped by two world wars. Particularly during World War II, London was heavily damaged and tens of thousands were killed by the intensive bombing of the city. Today, London is a vibrant and multicultural city of almost 9 million and remains one of the world capitals of finance, art, and fashion. So if you had a chance to spend a day in any historical period of London of your choice, which year would it be and why? Let us know in the comments and look up for our next videos about London and other iconic cities of the world. London.
See, London today is very beautiful. Again, I'm going to visit London. My little brother lives there. And, whenever he's out and about or whatever, he'll take me along. We be on video and he shows me some of the places and it looks really nice. It really does. So I can't wait to visit there. But yeah, I like this video though. I wish it was a little longer though. But great insight. Great insight. All right, everybody, that concludes my video. Again, thank you for coming. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. I appreciate it. Until the next video, y'all, make sure y'all look out for all of my reaction videos that's going to be coming out. Okay, so, but until then, everybody, please stay safe. Peace.